easy go.
Right guys, this is going to be another Nightfall solo, this time on the Hunter. This is by no means as fast as the Titan, mainly because the Titan has pulse grenades which are crazy stupid on the boss. The Hunter doesn't have pulse grenades, as we all know. If it did, I would be using that for the Axe Rider for the boss, but we don't, so we make do with what we got for the Hunter. So we're going to start with Axe Rider. I'll be running this right up until the boss, and then when we get to the boss I'll be changing. In the meantime I'll be using Arc Bolt Grenade, which is the strongest grenade out of the three. Marksman's Dodge for those damage moments, and I just like the instant reload. Triple Jump, I think it's almost required that you do that if you want to do this the way I'm wanting to do it. So you don't see people running these anyways, but yeah, you'd be using Triple Jump. I use bottom tree. You can use top tree if you want. You can use bottom, but I use bottom because when you're critically wounded, if you don't have your grenade or your melee charge, it charges up really quick. But really quick, you get a lot of energy out of it. So if you're in the red, which often happens in solo play, you get your grenades back very quick. This is well focused breathing, which I really like. The fact that it increases your maximum speed and it increases your dodgeability while you're running. What I want to know is, does this proc without using your class ability? I guess not, because it doesn't come up in the corner. Because if that, I'm wondering if that stacks with Stompies, because that's what I'll be using. We're putting Stompies on, which increases your maximum sprint speed, double jump, slide distance, all of that. But the main reason why I've got that on is to make some jumps that you otherwise couldn't make on the Hunter. I don't think there's any way you could make it with anything else other than this. So I'll be running that, and then when we get to the boss, swap to Gunslinger, take these off, Ancestral Nighthawk on. In terms of grenades on the boss, I've experimented a lot. This does nothing, bounces off the boss. Sometimes hits him, sometimes doesn't. Trip Mine just goes immune on him sometimes. It's inconsistent. When it works well, but it's not working well. I don't know why I'm getting immune figures off it. So the best grenade is probably Swarm for this boss. I usually like Trip Mine for single target damage, but it's not working on this boss, so I use Swarm Grenade. Marksman's Dodge again, same as before, and Bottom Tree only for these two perks, which is your critical hits with your Celestial Nighthawk, and this practice makes perfect. You're getting your super back quick. You almost need to, you have to run this. You're running Celestial Nighthawk. As for weapons, I'll be running a Better Devil's Manannan combo as usual, and Warcliffe Coil up into the boss. Then we'll be swapping 2 Curtain Call, which I re-rolled with reload speed on, and if you put that with a mod, a power weapon reloader mod, you notice a good difference. So combining that with that, it does help in a certain situation that you'll see me mention. But anyways, that's the build. On with the run. So this is pointing out the obvious, but to those that don't know, the reason why I keep switching between Manannan and Devils when I'm running through is because Manannan has lightweight, so you know you can run quicker with it. It just helps out when you just all you're doing is running through a corridor or like the forest like this. You want a lightweight weapon. Because Better Devils doesn't have lightweight, I'm always swapping. If you were running a loadout like Midnight Coupe and Manannan, then you wouldn't need to, because Midnight Cooper has lightweight, for example. That's also another good loadout. With this Cyclops, always hang right, because the beam can kill you if you get hit directly. This player, I did recognise there was a lot of snipers, so when I opened the door I was jumping around, moving about, because if I just stood there like people probably do, you're just going to get sniped in the back. Another player here, really dangerous. If it's ever like that, just kind of stop, get your health back and start running again. Speedrun or not, it's not a speedrun if you're dead, so make sure you evaluate all the plates. The two plates to consider in the forest, the most dangerous, are the fallen sniper shanks and the plates with a lot of hobgoblins on, like this for example. These are dangerous plates. Most with the forest, when you run through, it's all about movement. So I don't know how well the Warlock will be. I have run through with the Warlock weeks ago, but I haven't played on him on this since the new buffs, movement buffs. This next section as well, you can also skip, just like I did on the Titan. It's majority of it is the same as the Titan, because that's what this Nightfall is. It's a lot of it skipping things. That's why it's not one of my favourites. I think the Infinite Forest spoils it. I think they've used that to make this Nightfall look bigger than what it is, or this strike. It's the same with the other one, trade probabilities. If you take the base of it, these aren't really big strikes compared to the vanilla ones. Yes, you can make that jump with Stompies. That's why I said. That's why you need Stompies on to make those jumps. This is another big jump that you need to make as well. I do kind of get knocked by those harpies, so it screws up my pacing. But if you pace out your jumps, space them out like that, you can make that jump with Stompies on. As soon as you get here, rush the box, make sure you got kind of full health, rush the Minotaur, coil, nade, 1 or 2 primary shots and go on. I always do the 1 or 2 primary shots because coil is random. It won't always do the same amount of damage, sometimes it does less. This next section is like 3 or 4 snipers. You've got to move about to avoid them. If you do and you're agile enough, you'll get through. If you just go in a straight line, you're gonna die. Make sure your coil's loaded, preloaded for this next Minotaur. This is the laggy Minotaur, the same on the Titan, so I'll do the same thing. We'll take the box and then we'll loop back round while we've got coil equipped. So equip coil, loop round, the shield will break just then, and I can rush him, marksman's dodge out of there, and then run round this corner. The reason I do that is so that the Minotaur kind of forgets, not the big Minotaur, the other Minotaurs, the one to my right, he kind of forgets that I was there, and then he starts to rush me, but I've already done what I need to do by that point. Now I can take out the box, and there's a really easy way to get to this teleporter. If you just come over here, jump up there, and then you can jump past there, because there's 2 snipers at the back. You can totally avoid them now.
Mind is reaching out, trying to take control for me. I've isolated your simulation from the rest of the forest, but I can only do so much to keep a Vex mind in check.
Also, you need a super. You should have done if you've matched what I'm doing. You'll 100% have a super. You need to save that. You can skip these if you're quick enough. They'll beat their spawns and run through easy. If you're not so quick, it's going to make it harder on yourself. If you're skipping this as well, follow this exact route. No other route is as reliable. Then slide under this little rock here. Immediately pop your super for damage resistance, because all the snipers will get you. As soon as the Minotaur's killed, dodge over to the back, and you can safely get there while in your super. Take the box out and you can jump up. Skip all these as well. If you jump on this platform and then jump right over the top. Once I've done that, I'm going to swap, because I want to swap to the gunslinger as quickly as I can, because now we're going to start building super energy. Took Stompy's off, Celestial Nighthawk on. This is the strategy for the boss.
Just pulled the plug on this Spire's arc network.
So for the first like 2 or 3 minutes, you're just playing the fight as normal. You're not doing anything particularly special. Hang right where I am, to this left side. But every time it makes an audio cue, that's the ads. You need to stop what you're doing with the boss and focus ads. Try and get a lot of double kills with your masterworks. Orb generating here is helpful. I'm also farming super energy off the boss. I proc and practice makes perfect, so I'm getting my super pretty quick. Plus we need it. We need it for how we're going to do this. As you can see, the boss can't hit me from over here, so this is the safest part on the map. He will rotate round, but there's a pattern to his rotation. Once all the ads are down, it's a good opportunity to get all your ammo and all your orbs. You need a lot of ammo for this fight, because you have no pulse grenades like the Titan. Titan has great damage. The Hunter doesn't have as good, so you've got to have plenty of ammo. It's important. Come back to the little place, you can do damage, and just keep damaging the boss. Save your nades, save everything. Just dwindle him down. At a certain point, he'll start to rotate to my left. There he is. As soon as he does that, you need to get into cover, because there's ads spawning, and he can hit you. I come under this little safety place under the Minotaur that's offline, and then behind a pillar. Now you need to kill the next lot of ads. Also, I'm coming close to my super as well, so good on that. I work often from this block. This is mainly where I do everything. So notice I haven't used any rockets till now. Reason for that. Use 2 there, no more. No more than that, and then it'll spawn the sniper phase. Try and spawn kill the snipers like me if you can. Just makes it a lot easier, because they'll do their invulnerability move a lot. Like, they can do it 2 or 3 times in a row if you're not careful with them, which wastes time. Once all the ads are down, check the boss's health, because we're manipulating him here with his phases. We don't want him to rotate until we want him to. Until when I want him to. So I'm looking at his bar. I can't explain in numbers, but just look at the health bar I get him down to, and don't go any lower than that, because we're going to do our phase, our DPS skip here. Once I'm kind of happy with it, I'm waiting on my nade. You need your nade, super, and your rockets. The pre-prop golden gun, do a grenade first, then Nighthawk, rocket, marksman's dodge, another rocket, and as many rockets as you can get in. And luckily I missed that one, it hit a block. So I could have got more damage out there. Immediately swap to coil and start working on the next set of ads. The only set of ads that you're going to have to face is 6 goblins, 3 and 2 bubbles, and then 2 mages in the back of the map. That's it. This isn't a hard phase. You can use once you kill all the ads in the bubble, you can use that as a safety zone like I am now. So these 2 mages are going to give us our heavy back, which we need. Try and make some obs along the way as well. It is helpful if you do. So try and get those double kills. Now this is preference, but I like to, depending on which bubble you take first, depends on where you do your damage. So if you take this bubble down, you'll be on the other side, which that's where I like to be. So I take this bubble down first. You can coil one coil on the major, primary, him, that'll finish him. You'll get a brick back off him, so you're still in two, you still got 2 coils, which is fine. Now the problem that we have now is we don't have our super, we're miles off. But what we can do is we can farm super off the boss. Even though he's immune, I'm proc and practice makes perfect. If you look at my super bar, it's going up really quick. So I'm basically taking advantage of that. I don't think people are aware of it. It's something I found out on my own. That. So just keep doing it until it's necessary. Obviously switch back to a curtain call, because we're going to kill him on this last final phase. That Minotaur to my left, we're not going to kill him, just like on the Titan run. Once you're happy with it, approach the bubble, and it's important how you do this. So take down the box, immediately swap to curtain call, grenade, rocket, marksman's dodge, rocket again, manually reload and run for your life. Here, the big guy will stomp, you can get a rocket in. I seen that the boss's health was low, so I just finished him. And that's a reliable strategy to do it on the hunter.
Osiris, if you had any plans for this thing when you simulated it,
It's not a bad run. I mean, I'm quite happy with it, but I am more happy with the Titan run. But it's mainly because of pulls, because of how ridiculous they are on the boss. But anyways, that was the run for the hunter. If you want to farm this Nightfall for that exotic ship. But thank you everybody. Thanks for that.